Am Princess X starts with two girls who aren't friends, but then once they met, Livy and May, who are both of them, used to spend their 5th grade school days drawing and featuring their own comics and superheroes. Their favorite one, without any doubt, was Princess X, which is a controversial representation of the idyllic stereotype of a princess nowadays. Whereas May wrote the tales, Livy drew all the background of the fictitious stories. Those drawings and also the good time they share together make them best friends for years. But then, suddenly, in the last year of high school, Livy and her mom had an accident, or what it seemed an accident, because later May will discover the truth. That is, that Livy's mother was shot and Livy's body was found also eaten by bugs and in an unrecognizable form, only identified by her student ID card and also by her clothes. Well, at that moment, May finally broke up with everything and decided to leave the city. But then, 3 years later, she turned back to Seattle, and at that moment she recognized that Princess X was in stickers, publicity, and she realized that her and also her best friend's heroine was all around. She also found a whole internet website about Princess X, but she couldn't find out the person behind it, so she asked for help. Patrick, who is her neighborhood, will help her during all the story. By reading the publication Princess X frequently posted, identifying hidden messages or possible signs on them and all that stuff. Despite being dead, May thought her best friend was the responsible person of the publications because nobody else knew about those comics. She had the feeling that Livy was trying to tell her something or ask for some help or anything else related to her death. Linking together all those clues, they finally discovered the identity of the fictitious Needleman, who is one of the principal characters in the comics that were published in the website that used the nickname of Princess X. And he was not only the responsible of faking Livy's accident, but also the one who had kept her kidnapped all this time long. Rescuing Livy implied finding 4 cases that little by little would bring all the truth closer and also would help Patrick and May finding their friend, who isn't dead. Definitely, Am Princess X is quite an addictive lecture due to the events that take place during almost all the story. Because although some of them could be kind of predictable, you will be expectant of what it will happen, and that is what has surprised me the most. The book focuses mainly on friendship relations and emphasizes loyalty and the struggle of May to find her friend despite all the time. I encourage people who don't like long books to read this one because the plot becomes enjoyable with the comic drawings and all that images that are introduced on it. So I highly recommend you to give it a try and discover a story full of secrets and also fantasy and animation, and so you could also discover the end.